Hi teacher, today I'm going to answer the different questions about the syllabus designs that I have in the classroom. Now I'm going to start with the first question, that is what is a curriculum and different types of curriculum. During the class, I can identify that the curriculum is the lesson and content of all the subjects that the students must learn during their process. You can identify in this curriculum the learning outcomes, standards, and competence that the student is going to demonstrate in each level. Also, you can identify the different skills, different abilities, different methods, activities that the teacher use in their class. In the curriculum, you can identify different types of curriculum that are explicit curriculum, implicit curriculum, null curriculum, and maybe extracurricular. In the first one is all the subjects that will be taught and the knowledge and skills that the school expects successful students to acquire. The second one is implicit curriculum. That is the lessons and hours from the culture of the schools and the behaviors, attitudes, and expectations that characterize that culture. The third one is a null curriculum. Either is different concepts and skills that are part of the intellectual repertoire. And finally, you can identify the extracurricular experience. That is the different activities or different programs that not is necessary implement in each schools or in each institutions. Maybe athletic, band, music, different activities that are extracurricular but are intended to supplement the academic aspect of the school experience. The second question is the difference between curriculum and syllabus. Then, the difference between curriculum and syllabus is that a subject syllabus is just a unit of a course or subject curriculum. And the curriculum can be termed as a combination of the syllabus. You can include in the curriculum the course design, the different grades, the lesson plan, the subject, the activities, the different methods that you can use in your class. Other characteristics between syllabus and curriculum is in the syllabus the student can know the different topics, the different assignments, subjects. Also you can propose different rules, instruction during your process class. And the curriculum is a whole content which is taught in a particular course or program. These are skills learning experience. It's so important identify that the syllabus is during a short time, for example 1 year, and the curriculum the duration is till competence of a course. Other important characteristic is that the curriculum is designed by school and the syllabus is made and designed by a teacher. The third question is fundamental aspects for the construction of a syllabus. Then, as a teacher, when you're creating a syllabus, you can focusing on all skills, on the system, on the areas, functions, tasks, materials. I don't know, maybe the methodologies, different activities that you can use during your process. But for me, it's most important identify the different abilities, the different difficulties, likes, needs that has your students. What is your context, and depending that your context, you can have the possibility to create a syllabus because it's so important identify what is your proposal or your principal objective during and the final course. The second question is talk about the different product-oriented syllabus and process-oriented syllabus. In the first one is the product-oriented syllabus, are those in which the focus is on the knowledge and the skills which learning should gain as a result of the instruction. It's a product-oriented syllabus focuses in outcomes and a focus on things learned at the end of learning process. And the next one is process-oriented syllabus. Is focus on the skill and process involved in the learning language. It focuses on the process of learnings, the skills that involve in language learning process. Emphasis is on all the process and the different actions or the series is so important during this process. In comparison with the product oriented, you can identify the focus is on knowledge and skills. The most important part in this syllabus is the knowledge that the student have. The different skills that they learn in the end of learning sessions is focused on complete acts of communication, and the concentration is towards the goal. You can find the analytic and synthetic syllabus, grammatic syllabus, functional syllabus, and analytic syllabus. In comparison with the process, you can find the procedural syllabus, task-based syllabus, content syllabus, natural approach syllabus. I'm going to continue with the next question that is about the types of syllabus. Then, according to the different articles, I can identify the traditional syllabus that is focused on language as a sequence of grammatical patterns. Is language use tends to be more formal and bookish. Reading and writing and emphasis and tends to be teacher-centered. The other one is the holistic syllabus. That is focused in the communications. It's less on the basis of what language items the learning needs to know. Aims is to have students communicate effectively in order to complete the task, and the speaking is given on the list as much time as reading and writing. In other article, I can identify other types of syllabus. There are the functional notional syllabus. That is the language form as a speaker used to express a message, depending the situation. You can use the real communication. You can recognize the context to teach the grammatical structures. It's so important, motivating during this process. The use of grammatical, cultural, and thematic materials is only developed is it relevant during this course. It's choose the teacher depending the content of the class, and the translation may be used where a student needs or benefit from it. The second one is the task-based syllabus. It's a real-world relationship. The different activities. It's outcome evaluate the work for the main goal. The language is so important. Focus in activities. The teacher use tasks of appropriate difficult level. Use periodic cycle of accountability, and is basic syllabus in the classroom. And the last one is the situational syllabus. In this part, the use of dialogues is very common as it is form the basis of the communication within a specific situation. The focus is communicative and competence. The development of the functional notional syllabus use appropriate language depending on the situation, And you have the capacity to craft communication skills in different contexts and a real situation. Okay, in conclusion, is each type of syllabus has the unique characters that we allow the teacher to adapt the best depending of the main objective of the course. Obviously, the context, the needs, the likes, the students, the different abilities, and it's so important taking into account the flexibility of the institution, because all the syllabus must be dynamic, and you can use different strategies, different skills, different methodologies, activities for developing it. As a teacher, you can creating the syllabus depending your principal objective or your proposal. In my opinion, maybe it's possible mix the different types depending your students, your needs, your context, and obviously your proposal during your process learning. How to write a syllabus design? As I said before, for me is the most important thing is identify the context and your students. When you have already identified the context, you can follow the next steps to be able to create the syllabus. In the first one, you make list your class name and official course code. The second one is a file in basic course information. And the next one is create a course goal or your principal objective. The next one is note all needs and materials during this process, obviously depending the course or depending the area. The next one is to create a calendar of activities where you can make visible the process of the course. It's so important that as a teacher you can give the different rules that you have in your class. When you start your class, it's so important contextualize to the students the different topics, materials, methodologies, activities, different things that are necessary during the learning process. Not giving requirements for a class, for example, the notebook, pencil, color markers, TV, internet, videos, I don't know, different things that are so important during the class. You must create a method of evaluation and you have to think about the percentage. For example, you can use different skills like that test, class participation, workshop, class work, homeworks of evaluation. You can use different activities, oral and writing tests, different things.